Well, and you got to listen to us too for a little bit. Well, actually, we're counting on listening to you more than people want to listen to us. I don't know if Bud told you that, but nobody tunes into the show to hear what me and Bud have to say.
Right.
All right.
Okay. Are we back to live?
Yeah.
Okay. I better tune in, huh?
See if it's there.
Looks like it's there. There you come.
Just mention a couple of our sponsors before we get going. My Race Pass, Mount Tabor Cabinetry, S2F TV, streaming service, Morning Sun Marketplace, Turn 2 Lodge in Knoxville, Iowa, Folkens Brothers, and Hero Haven here in Brandon. So, and here we go. We're going live. Hey, we're here at Hoagie's Garage, and we have Emerson Axsom on. How you doing, Emerson?
Not too bad. Just getting home from Florida and getting back ready for the majority of the year, I guess you could say.
Yeah. Where is home, Emerson?
Just south of Indianapolis.
Okay.
A town called Franklin, Indiana.
Okay. Small town, big town?
I'd consider it a medium-sized town. Not the smallest town. Probably just right. It's just a suburb of Indianapolis, and
Oh,
just
so
kind
you're-
of far enough away from everything. You're not in the city, and just close enough that you can drive to it if you need something from it.
So basically, you're saying it's a big town because you got to realize. I don't know if you've listened to any of our shows, but there's only 250 people. Well, there's new. What is it now? 280.
294 we're up to.
294 is the town we're in. So
Not
that's-
294,000.
That's 294 total.
Big compared to that.
Yeah. Okay. We just got to. We like to clarify that when people
Yeah.
talk big, small, medium, because I don't know if you'd call us tiny, minute.
But
Yeah.
our claim to fame in the racing world is the Folkens Brothers. So
And Hoagie's Garage.
Hoagie's Garage too, but definitely a lot more people know Folkens Brothers
Well.
than what they know about us. So maybe we should just start with Florida. Since you're coming back for Florida, how would you say your racing went?
I'd say it went all right. Volusia's a tough place. I mean, you see a lot of guys struggle there, and I feel like we had good speed. Just kind of, had a shot to win tonight, and kind of took myself out of contention, and then, just I felt like we were pretty fast, but not really where we want to be exactly. I felt like we weren't very consistent, but it's tough to come out every night and qualify good and kind of put yourself in position multiple nights in a row. So
Yeah. Well, there's.
Just a little bit more time, and I think we'll be all right.
You go to Volusia like with the Outlaws the last weekend. You don't need both hands to count the guys that were consistent every night.
Yeah.
Really.
Right. Yeah.
I mean,
you're not wrong.
Everything you've said. It's a tough track. The track's tough on motors. It's just So if you can show some speed half the time in Volusia, I'd call it a win.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, for sure. I mean, you always want to be. I mean, you kind of look at the gravels and guys that you have, I guess, goals to beat, and those are the guys you gotta compete with. So, you always want to be better, but it's like I said, it's tough enough that you gotta be realistic about it and not be too hard on yourself, but still look to be better.
Well, you got a long career ahead of you yet because you're relatively young yet compared to me and Bud. Well, you're really young compared to me and Bud, but
Like how many 410 wing sprint car races have you run in your whole career?
Last year was my first full-time 410 season. So, I mean, I probably ran 11 before last year, and then last year I ran around 70. So, probably total around 80-something shows.
Well, you're pretty damn good.
Appreciate it, but like I said, you always gotta aspire to kind of better your program and kind of figure out how you get to that next level.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Absolutely.
Yeah, always looking to get better.
Yep. And again, for the Facebook people, we are talking with Emerson Axsom. Explain to us, Emerson, because I don't want to say anything bad at all here, but I would say the one area you maybe struggled the most was like in dirty air. Would you say that that's true or not?
Yeah, I mean, I think it kind of just depends on where we go. You know, if you have a good car under you, I feel like just getting the car the way more I want it and kind of consistently the way I want it. So I agree. Yeah, we definitely struggle a little bit in dirty air, but I think the biggest thing is just consistency.
Yep.
You know, there's been nights that we've been able to cut through dirty air better than anyone, and then there's been nights that you know, we just are so far off in dirty air that it's you want to wear a brown paper bag over your head.
Well, that's Volusia, though, you know, if we're just talking about Florida, so. But
I think just in general, though, getting the car more consistent and I think dirty air has a lot to do with car and that would be the biggest thing,
Yeah.
I think, in my opinion.
Well,
Yeah.
and like you said, you got 80 races in. So, you know, you got a lot to, you know, you're still going to have things to learn and you're going to get better as you go. But before we go any further ahead, we typically start back at the beginning. So just go back, Emerson. How old were you when you started racing and what have you all raced up to today?
Yeah, so I started back when I was 6 or 7 and in quarter midgets just because my dad raced and I kind of grew up around it and started out in quarter midgets and had a little bit of success and kind of just enjoyed racing and then got to run in micro sprints and kind of struggled the first couple years, honestly. I mean, we were okay for you know, a local level guy, and then got to where we were traveling a little bit and kind of just got a little bit of confidence under me and kind of went to the shootout and won that, and that kind of honestly sparked up my midget career and had a guy, Scott Petrie, he still owns part of the sprint car team, so had him call me and kind of give me a shot to go run USAC midgets, and then had a really good couple years in midgets. You know, I think we ran 3rd in national points our first full-time year running points, but ended up being my 2nd year in a midget, and kind of just got a call from Clausen Marshall Racing to go run non-wing sprint cars, and you know, you ask any race car driver if you want to make a living in sprint car or in dirt racing, you have to race sprint cars, you know. So got out of midgets and then kind of went racing non-wing sprint cars for a couple years, and yeah, just had a split with them, and now I'm with the guys that I am with now, and you know, my goals have always been wing sprint car racing, so kind of just every step in my career that I've taken has been a move towards that, and yeah, basically, I mean, long story short, but that's the majority of it. Kind of just, like I said, always wanted to go wing sprint car racing.
Yeah, and well, now you're doing it, so fulfilling your dreams.
Yeah, I mean, I said this to my crew guys last year that, you know, I haven't had this much fun racing in a long time, so it's definitely where I want to be.
Yeah, I mean, you're in a fast car. I mean, they have you set up. You know, you can qualify well, and anymore, that's huge when you drive a wing sprint car. Are you, you know, do you have enough guts or whatever it is to do the 2 laps, you know? And that's the biggest part of racing, if you ask me, almost.
Oh yeah, I mean, for sure. If you can, especially with the Outlaws, if you can qualify well, it just sets up your whole night, and you know, from there on out, you kind of just try not to mess it up and don't do anything dumb, and usually you can have a shot to win some of those races.
Yep. So, I know earlier on different people have been speculating, and somebody I read somewhere, or maybe it was on Dirt Tracker, I don't know, but you were going to maybe make a decision of what you're going to do after Florida.
Yeah.
Have you made that decision, or is that something we can't hear about yet?
I mean, I think we kind of know where we're at, and I think we just honestly, the biggest thing we need is a little bit of help right now, and it's hard to find good help and people that you know, can show up consistently every day at the racetrack, and then
Yep.
the days before and the days after that require most of the work. So, I mean, I don't think we're gonna make an announcement, but you know, it's looking less and less likely just because you know, having the right help and
Yep.
wanting to do it the right way our first year instead of you know, jumping on and then jumping off
Sure.
and doing it multiple times and stuff like that, instead of just doing it 1 year right and making sure that our first year is the you know, we come out of the gate doing it right instead of
Sure.
coming out
Yep. Yeah.
worrying about other factors.
You know, it's a commitment to go on one of them series for you and the crew and everybody. I mean, that's what you're doing for the rest of the year. You know, that's all there is.
I think I ran as much races as Outlaws last year.
Yep.
So it's not necessarily the racing aspect. It's more just, you know, if something happens and you can't be ready because you don't, you know, have the right people building cars, or enough people, I guess. You know, we have the right people. It's just having enough of them.
Yep.
So,
Yeah, I mean,
having enough people building cars and you can't get ready for a race, or you got to go travel and then try to get ready. It just, you try to minimize all that stuff if you're going to be on the Outlaw Tour, and we don't want to be worrying about you know, building race cars on the road without the right help or without enough help. And
Sure.
you know, kind of don't want to be worrying about anything except racing.
yeah, I mean, there's no wrong with the pick and choose schedule.
No.
I mean, there's a ton of great guys that do that. I mean, it only makes sense until you know you're ready.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I don't see anything wrong with it either. Just, you know, there's a lot of money there with tow money and points money that a guy can, you know, make his, financially it makes the most sense. But, you know, if you don't have the right tools in place to do it, it makes it almost a little tougher.
Yeah. Well, like you said, you don't want to go out there and just do it half-assed or three-quarter-assed, you could say, where, you know, you're out there for 60% of the year, and then, you know, come fall, you're running out of help and this and that, and then you got to drop out after that, you know. Then you just, well, wait, like you said, till you're 100% ready and then do it.
Right, yeah.
Absolutely.
So, with that being said, do we stand a chance then? You going to make it up to Knoxville and Houston a few times or anything, you think? Or haven't you even thought about your schedule yet?
I mean, I'm sure we'll be there. I honestly, I think from what I've heard from my crew guys, a lot of the guys want to go out to PA a little bit and get out to the Grove and Port Royal quite a bit more and stuff like that. And
Okay.
I personally would rather go race Knoxville, but it's tough. I mean, I'm sure we'll be at both places, you know.
At some point in time, yep.
Right, a lot or quite a bit. So I think just trying to get the most high quality races in this year. To where
Yep.
I felt like last year, not that we were dodging competition, but you know, there was just a level that we needed to, I guess, up our team to, and it's hard to do that when you're racing against, you know, 30 quality race cars and trying to figure out, you know, how to better the team and stuff like that. So I think we'll just try to do a similar schedule to last year, but you know, just try to get in quite a bit more high quality races at the start of the year instead of just laps at the start of the year
Sure.
compared to last year.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I'll have to come out to PA for the Bob Weichert Memorial. I can cheer you on then. I'm going out there to that one. That's a 3-day show. That's worth the drive.
Yeah.
So, let's move to the Chili Bowl a little bit. Let's talk about that. It's been a little while ago, so I know you were up there a lot. Refresh me on how you all did there.
Yeah, for the Chili Bowl, I think we ran 9th on Saturday, but we won our prelim night. So, I mean, we were all right. I think just the track got away from us a little bit Saturday and kind of went away from our package, and it just made it a little bit tough because it was kind of a curveball. If you look at the prelim nights compared to Saturday, every night was different, and every night was way different than Saturday. I don't think there was a prelim night similar to Saturday. So
no, that was
kind of we just stuck with our guns, and I think it kind of bit us a little bit. But I'm happy. I was happy with our speed. It's kind of, you go to the Chili Bowl and you either win or you don't. That's kind of, you're either the first place or you were there, I guess, is how the way I look at it. So and we were there, so were however many other guys besides Kyle. So
yeah, well, that's the Chili Bowl. The competition is fierce down there. There's so many good guys, and there again, things have to go your way a little bit too.
Yeah, and I felt like we put ourselves in position. We just weren't the best Saturday, so it's hard to be too disappointed. I felt like we made some gains and stuff that'll help us in the future, but it's just one of those deals. Like I said, you either win or you don't.
Yeah. Because you did the Tulsa shootout too, didn't you?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah. And that one was pretty good also, wasn't it?
Yeah, I felt like we were, I think we ran 2nd, 3rd, 6th, and then blew up running 2nd. So, I don't know. I felt like we were really good. It's just, like the same deal, you kind of win or you don't there. I felt like we had really good speed, and we were in contention to win multiple, and kind of that place it's tough. There's not even the features aren't really a whole lot of laps, so if you start pretty deep, it's hard to get there. And then, I don't know, that place not that it takes luck, it's just, you gotta put yourself in position early in the week. It starts with your heat race, and, we just kind of didn't, there were some cars, I felt like in a lot of races, we were one spot away from being on the front row of the A-mains. Like in a heat race, I went 5th to 2nd instead of 5th to 1st, and had I gone 5th to 1st, it would have put me in a better position on Saturday. So I felt like we were just one spot away in a lot of races that would have given us a shot to win Saturday. But overall, I'm happy with it. I think I walked out of there the past 3 years with a driller, and this year with being the first that I hadn't. So, I knew it was coming. You can't just go there expecting to win. So, that place is one of those, that building in general is a place that if you go in there expecting to win, you'll get humbled real quick. Kind of just, it took I think we had still like the 2nd best night or 3rd best night finishing average, except Larson, and or had we not, I think it was still like an average of 6th or 7th or something, and then had we not blown up, it would have been an average of like 3 finishing in 3rd. So
not jerking your chain, but we were pretty bummed here when you blew up when you were running 2nd. We thought you had a really good shot at that one.
Yeah, it's just one of those deals. I hate it, but there'll be plenty more races that I have a shot at in that building, I'm sure.
Yeah, because you're what now? Did you say your age earlier?
I'm 20.
20. So yeah, you got a few years to go yet.
Yeah, Danny Smith is still racing at 67. He turned 68, and he still said he won a couple points championships in the last couple
2
years.
Yeah, so.
So you got ways to go, Emerson.
Yeah.
Not that you're thinking about being 67, but.
What would be one or two of your most memorable wins?
I don't know. I mean, probably, you know, one that means a lot is the 410 at Knoxville, and then
Nope.
I won at the Grove, a USAC sprint car race at the Grove. That was pretty cool. You know, just two places that, you know, the first time I went there, I really struggled at, and kind of just, not that I have them figured out now or anything, but just the gains that we've made at places like that. And yeah, I think those two are probably my most memorable ones. Just like my first time at Knoxville, we were pretty atrocious, and then my first time at the Grove, we were not so great either. So, you know, probably just a USAC sprint car race at the Grove, and then a 410 show at Knoxville are probably my two main ones right now. But hopefully we can get an outlaw win here soon, and you know, that'd be the one.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, and you know them two tracks, Knoxville and the Grove. You know they're two totally different beasts. They're both hard to race, but at that same token, you've won there, and anybody that follows sprint car racing has heard of them two tracks. I mean, they're iconic tracks, you know, with the bridge and this and that, and it's Knoxville, of course. So that's
Right.
pretty good races to have on your resume.
Yeah, I mean, for sure, it's and they're tough places. You know, you don't really luck into winning those places. So, you know, I think it just, and they're big, scary half miles. So, you just kind of, I think I just, you know, I've struggled at some of those places in the past, and you know, coming from a micro, it's tough to get right on the half miles and figure them out. So, you know, they take a lot of time, and you know, it's just good to see a little bit of time pay off.
Yeah, I was gonna say you probably feel way more comfortable on smaller tracks, don't you?
Anymore, I feel like it's honestly not too different. You know, when I first started racing sprint cars and wing cars and got into dirty air and stuff, yeah, for sure. But I feel like as of lately, we really started to figure out some half mile stuff, and you know, I feel like really started to figure out Eldora and Knoxville a little bit better, and you know, every half mile has its own characteristics, so we still got to figure out places like Port Royal and the Grove, and obviously Volusia, and you know, kind of get our package better on those places. But yeah, you got to start somewhere, and I think, you know, we're starting to hit on something here, and it just takes a little bit of time.
Yeah, it seems like you're fast learners though. Like you said, the first time at Knoxville maybe wasn't the best, but then you won the next night out. So that's pretty dang good.
Yeah, just they're tough deals.
I'm assuming you probably know at least who Snow Giddings is, but he made the Snow made the comment that your outlaw win is coming really quick, so don't worry about
I
that.
hope so. I'd like to hope so, but I don't know, man. You put yourself in position, and you know, you don't really know how many opportunities you're going to get to win those races. So
Yeah.
You got to try to close on them when you can.
Yeah. And then he also said that you need to hire Brody McLaughlin full time. Then he's got an LOL
Yeah.
behind that, whatever that means. That must be something that you two know about that I don't understand. So.
Yeah, that's just, he's one of my buddies that helps us out sometimes, and he's a great worker, but you know, he wants to go to school and do his own deal and make real money instead of crew guy money. So you know, it's hard to blame a guy for that.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
But that Snow, he seems to know everything and everybody. He's a little bit more into the world than we are. So
He grew up in it.
Yeah.
Grew up in it. So, we don't want to keep you all night. We'll get to our rapid fire, but can they find apparel for you? And who are some of your main sponsors?
Yeah, just on emersonaxsom.com or shopeamerch.com. We're actually getting some new T-shirts ordered right now, but still have some left over from the end of last year and stuff like that. But yeah, honestly, the biggest two guys right now are Dale Klossmeyer and Scott Petrie. They're kind of the main guys and funding it out of their own pockets right now. Just looking for a corporate guy, but you know, them two guys right now are putting a lot of effort and a lot of time and money into this race program to build it up, and definitely wouldn't be possible without them two guys.
Yeah, that's awesome. That's awesome. I think we'll just hit the rapid fire questions.
Well,
if
we
you
won't
got,
keep him all night. He's been busy the last 2 weeks.
Yeah,
Probably trying to
absolutely.
catch up on his sleep yet.
Yeah, he's too young to worry about sleep. Do you have a favorite flavor of ice cream?
Yeah, probably Superman or Reese's peanut butter.
Okay, hold on.
Superman.
What's Superman?
Yeah.
We're old and dumb.
Yeah, I don't even know where you find it. It's just, I don't know. It's a bunch of flavors mixed up into one, and there's an ice cream shop in my town that sells it, and yeah, it's pretty good. But
Wouldn't that be called the Joker? That's more mixed up than Superman is.
maybe I don't know. Maybe they have different flavor or different names for it, but that's what it's called here.
That's
Okay.
awesome. That's awesome.
See, we're learning things all the time, bud. That's on our first question. You're a cat or a dog person, Emerson?
Yeah, definitely a dog.
Got one?
I don't own my own dog. No.
Okay.
Okay.
I have a family dog, but no, I don't have my own dog.
All right. Do you have any hobbies other than racing?
I like to play a little bit of golf, or I'm a big college basketball fan. I like to play a little bit of pickup basketball, but other than that, it's just racing and then those three things, I guess you could say.
So, were you homeschooled or did you go to high school?
So actually, I went up until my junior year, and then that's when I kind of got my first national ride. So after junior year, I went online just my last couple of years.
So, did you play basketball in high school then?
No, I didn't, just because I was gone. I wasn't
Too busy.
I wasn't good at basketball.
He just likes to
from
play.
From
Yep.
Indiana, it's kind of, you know, everyone here plays basketball, so it's just kind of one of them things.
It's kind of like us with
absolutely.
racing, but we don't know nothing, but we like it.
Yeah,
So.
absolutely. What was I going to ask about that? Oh, who do you root for? Who's your teams?
The Indiana Hoosiers.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. How are they doing?
Well, they just fired their coach, so not great.
They probably still beating Iowa, so that's all that, you know.
I think Indiana's the next one up in the Big Ten Conference. They're one game ahead. It's pretty ugly.
Yeah, it's ugly here too. So,
How about a favorite movie?
Probably Wolf of Wall Street.
Okay.
ooh, that's a little different
That's
for
a
us.
new one for us, for racers.
Do you prefer snow or rain?
Probably just rain. I feel like snow's cool for like a couple days, and then it just sits around and takes forever to melt. And yeah, probably just rain. I mean, I don't like either, but I guess if I had to choose, I would probably just pick rain.
Yep.
Either one of them screws up racing.
Right.
So if you were going to be stranded on an island, what type of music would you have to have along to listen to?
Probably just country music. I don't know. I'm not super picky on music. A lot of my buddies make fun of me just because, like, I'll just play whatever music, you know, not really a certain genre. So, but if I had to choose, country probably.
Okay,
Oh.
so then you're probably into the newer country. So now I've never heard it, but how country is that song Beyonce's got, whatever that won the song of the year, whatever. Is that even country, or I've never listened to it?
I've never listened to it either. I listen to more like Zach Bryan and stuff like that, or Tyler Childers, or people like that.
Okay.
Where I haven't even listened to that song either, to be honest with you.
People that actually sing country. We'll leave it there.
Move on.
Do you have a favorite place to go out to eat?
Not really, honestly. I'm probably the least picky person you'd ever meet, but I mean, I enjoy steaks and like I guess probably maybe Texas Roadhouse. Probably it's a good place to just sit down and eat and have a solid meal.
Yep.
Oh, yeah, can't go wrong there. How about a favorite holiday?
I mean, I don't think you can go wrong with Christmas.
Nope. That's always the best one.
Is there a certain Christmas that comes to your mind? Do you have a favorite toy or anything that you ever got? And if you don't, that's fine. I'm just putting you on the spot there.
No, not really. I mean, not really, honestly.
No, that's
Yeah.
fine.
I never got any race cars or anything. So.
I think my son was, I don't know what he was, maybe like 8, and we gave him Beats headphones or something like that, and he went absolutely ballistic. And then that video, we put it out on Facebook or whatever, and that video, like 10 years later, I swear, all of a sudden went viral as like somebody celebrating almost one that you could put on I don't know what they're even called, GIF or
Don't look at
whatever,
me, bud.
but yeah, that was kind of crazy. So that was pretty cool. Let's see here. Did I ask that one
No,
yet?
we haven't done that one
Okay.
yet.
What app on your phone do you use the most?
Probably Twitter or Instagram. Oh, not TikTok for sure.
Yep.
Okay.
TikTok for sure. TikTok and Twitter.
Okay, now you ain't been driving too long yet, but have you ever gotten any speeding tickets? And if so, how many?
Nah, I've been pulled over, I think, like 6 or 7 times, and every cop has told me that they didn't want to ruin my clean record, so I've been
Oh, good Lord. 6 or 7. I've never got that kind of warnings. Every time I get pulled over, I get wrote up.
The last cop told me, he said, "This is your last warning." I think he put a message down, said,
Yeah, this kid's had 6 now. He ain't getting any more.
So with either you driving or being in the front seat, what's the fastest you've gone down a highway?
not that fast, probably. I mean, my truck tops out at like 101 or something, so probably that.
Oh,
Governed out.
there you go.
Nothing crazy.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't.
See, every once in a while, we get some crazy stories. Like, Sammy Swindell has a Boss Hog, a V8 motorcycle.
Yep, he was doing 200 and some.
Yeah. And a motorcycle. Isn't that
I don't
nuts?
know if I'd be doing all that, but.
Yeah. So.
Oh, we did get a report that Iowa did beat up on Indiana.
Oh, they did.
They did, yeah.
Oh.
That was pretty embarrassing.
Yeah,
That's
John
good.
had to
But
share that one with
Mike
us.
Woodson, the coach, Mike Woodson, he's done. So maybe they'll actually hire a good coach for once. We'll see. Time will tell.
Yeah, you never know. What's your go-to drink right now, Emerson? What are you drinking on a regular basis?
You're 20, so don't give us an alcohol one.
Right, yeah. Probably just Coke. I mean, I'm not. I just usually drink Coke or water, honestly.
Yeah.
Not anything crazy.
Yeah, well, I'm a Diet Coke and Tobe's a Pepsi guy, so
Yeah, but
that's
I'm
all
only
there is
drinking
to
water
it.
yet tonight, but I might have to get a Pepsi out for the third one.
Last question we got for here, yep. For here yet? I don't know what those words were.
It's Iowa terms, bud. Iowa lingo.
If you had all the money in the world, you just won a lottery or whatever, is there a car, pickup, boat, anything you've ever dreamed of owning?
I mean, me and my dad have this '69 Camaro. I probably just, it's really not, it's a nice car, but I probably just like make it super nice and
Do the frame off and fix her up right.
Yeah, kind of just redo everything on it and kind of put a lot of money into it. I guess that'd probably be it.
Yeah, that's
I mean,
cool.
Yeah, probably just that.
Yeah, that's great.
Can't
That's
go wrong
great.
with a good old '69 Camaro.
So, were you saying that was John Folkens?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
John was commenting on this. He's a pretty hardcore Iowa fan, I believe, so he'll know that sort of thing.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, it was hard to miss.
Yeah, yeah. So the people that know John, most people don't even know his real name. It's Buck. So at least around here.
Yeah.
But Emerson, thanks for coming on. You know, you're obviously one of the big newcomers to the sport, and we both think you're just going to
Good things are
excel.
coming.
Absolutely. So we wish you nothing but the best.
Appreciate it.
And hope to see you somewhere this summer. We'll bump into you. We'll stop and say hi. And thank you again for being on our show.
Well, I would
All right.
I would assume you're going to be up at the big money up at Houston's, won't you?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, absolutely. We'll definitely find you there.
All right.
All right.
Sounds
Thanks
good.
again.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye bye.
Bye.
Oh, that was awesome.
That went good. So we've done